Long story short, they get the lawyer. I'm out in 2 days, right? On a Friday, I get out. So I'm like, all right, boom, I get out. Remember that date, June 16th, right? I'm arrested for being extradited to Texas in New York. July 22nd comes, right? So June 16th, next month, July 22nd. July 22nd, I'm leaving to edit. Me and Nikki on the phone. Me and Nikki are going through the video, and she's like, I don't like this part. Can you change it? But I don't have the files, and she wants something edited that I don't really know how to do, but my best friend knows how to do. So I'm coming out the strip club. I go home. I'm on the phone with Nikki. She's like, switch this before the release tomorrow. I said, fine. I'm leaving the house, get in the car. We're driving to my friend's house.
But tell us, so follow the story. The release of what song?
Fifi.
Fifi, okay, good.
Follow all of these dates. The question is, why did you snitch, right? Remember June 16th. Remember that date.
July 2nd.
July 22nd is the night I got kidnapped, right? Let me walk you through. I'm in the car. I'm calling my best friend, trying to get him to answer the phone so he can open the door. He's not answering, so I tell the driver, hit a U-turn. Let's go back. He's not answering. When he hits the U-turn, we get hit by a car from the back. Boom! I'm in the passenger seat. Jorge's driving. He says in Spanish, quédate aquí, no te bajes. I'm going to go check on the people. So, remember, it's 5 in the morning. We just came back from the strip club. I understand people are drinking. People are drunk. They probably hit us by accident. You know what I'm saying? He want to make sure they're okay. He gets out the car to make sure the people are okay. It's kind of long that I'm like, yo, he would have been back by now checking if these people are okay. So I look at the little side view mirror of the car. When I see a guy coming with a big ass gun, just like hooded on, running towards my door, my heart dropped to my ass. I'm like, this can't be happening right now. Opens the door, puts the gun in my face. Yo, give me everything, run everything. I'm like, oh, they got me. It's over. It's over. When I
in that moment, did you feel like you were gonna die?
Of course. So you hear
What was the first thing you thought about thinking that you were gonna die?
I was thinking about my daughter, because at this point, I'm like, I just left the baby upstairs. Like, I literally told my baby mom, yo, I'll be right back. Right? I'll be right back. The baby was watching like little cartoons in the living room. I said, when the gun came to my face, I said, it's over. When I saw the person kidnapping me, I knew who he was. So I'm like, oh, it's over. So, you hear me pleading. I'm like, yo, Harv, chill. Like, yo, bro, please, like, chill. Like, I'm sorry. Like, yo, I try to call you. Like, I'm pleading because I know at this point, nobody's going to know it's you. We're on a dead block intersection, 5 in the morning. All you got to do is let off 3 shots, boom, 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 leave me there. Right? Like, yo, Harv,
I just want to clarify one thing about the story, and we're going to keep going. You said he left the car to go check on the people. What happened to him?
It's on YouTube.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I'm just saying.
Okay.
So what happened? So
he's outside the car.
So he's outside the car. Where is he in relation to the gunman?
He didn't know. All right, this is all going to make sense. He was already cooperating with the government. The car was already bugged. That's why you see video of the kidnapping. The car was bugged, like mics, camera, everything. So my life is like a movie. The driver gets out. He thinks like people just got into an accident, but they don't know that it was a distraction to get us out the car. And it's just me.
So he don't have nothing to do. He has nothing to do with it. He is cooperating with the government.
Yeah,
but he has nothing to do with 9 Trey.
I don't know. He doesn't know. Nobody knows.
Oh, the driver didn't even know.
No, the driver knew he was.
Okay. I'm making it clear. Yeah. So the driver is cooperating with the government. He already has the car bugged.
Yeah. That's how you see video of the actual kidnapping.
But he's not cooperating with the kids.
He's not cooperating. No, he is cooperating, but he's not cooperating with the kidnappers.
With the kidnappers. Okay. So you got 2 people, the government and 9 Trey after you at this point. Right.
So at this point, but I didn't know this. So boom, I'm pleading on my life. He's like, get in the car before I shoot you. I'm like, yo, Hob, we in the same gang.
When you're pleading for your life, what are you saying?
I'm like, yo, Hob, I'm sorry. Like, yo, bro, chill. Like, yo, bro, you don't gotta do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I try to call you. Like, I swear to God, yo, you, like, he's like, get in the car before I shoot you. Get in the car before I shoot you. So I'm like, damn, if I get in that car, I'm gonna die. If I get in that car, I'm gonna die. Like, it's over. If I run, he's gonna shoot me in the back. What do I do? Alright, I'm gonna get in the car. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? I think at that point I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get in the car. Cause right now he could shoot me right here, I fall to the floor. I'm thinking all these scenarios. If I run, I can't run faster than a bullet, right? So I'm like, alright, let me just get in the car. Maybe I could talk him out of this. You know what I'm saying? I get in the car. When I get in the car, he drives off. Him and Shy in the front seat. Shy's like, got the gun to my stomach. He's like, yo, like, we should just do this, nigga, right here. Like, right here. And like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, he's telling him, shut the fuck up. Like, take your hoodie off. You're making it hot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, bro, yo, you know, like, I helped you out. Like, I done clipped you with 30,000, 25,000 hit. Like, why are you doing this to me? Right? Like, at this point, I'm pleading for my life.
And I'm not gonna keep interrupting you, but I want to know. I want to get the full story. At this point, that he pulls the gun out on you, are you guys not friends at all, or are you cool? And you're blindsided.
There was a split.
There was a split, and they were beefing over money, like who had me, right? Because I'm generating so much money for the gang that they're like, he chose to be on Shotty's side than Harb's side. But it was like, if we're all a team, what? You guys split, and I just happened to go with Shotty because Shotty was like like he wasn't a hoodlum, like a street guy. It's like a Dame Dash Jay-Z type of situation, but for the street.
Yes. So I chose Shotty, and Harv didn't like that.
So you knew at this point y'all was beefing to some degree.
Yeah, to some degree, so but not to some degree where you like we know each other. You about to kill me over what? Money?
Right.
So at this point, he's driving around. I'm going to make the long story short, because you remember the June 16th, July 22nd. July 22nd, so now we riding. He's like, yo, I'm about to do this nigga, yo. And it's a stolen car. Like, we could just burn it up. Like, burn the car. Yo, he was just saying so much stuff. I was just like, oh, I'm dying. Like, it's over. It's over. Like, imagine the adrenaline. Like, yo, you got two guns out. I'm in the backseat. Doors locked. I'm even looking at the door like, what if I just jump out? Can I make it? What if I go for it and it's locked? And then they knew I was trying to escape and just shoot me in the back of the seat. Like, what do I do? So they get out the car. When they get out the car, I'm like, oh. They stopped at like an empty street. They're like, yo, get out the car. I'm not getting out the car. Like you don't gotta do this. Like, yo, I'm not getting out the car. He's like, get out the car. So he grabs me by my hair, drags me out. When he drags me out, he's recording me. Like, say you not Billy, say you not non-Trey. So I'm like, I'm doing that. I'm like, yo, I ain't non-Trey, I ain't Billy. They punch me in my face, hitting me with the gun, boom, hitting me, boom, 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 boom. All I see is flashes, like flashes. That's how hard they hit me in my eyes. I'm like, oh. So after that, he said, get the fuck back in the car. Now I'm like, I'ma die. They did that, I'ma die. Like, you know, y'all abusing the shit out of me, like, it's over. So like, yo, I said, I try to bribe them. I said, yo, I got $100,000 for you. Remember, this is a Sunday morning, Saturday night. Big snipe over. I said, yo, you don't even gotta let me out the car. I'll stay with you. Please, I'll stay with you. Like, hide me in the basement somewhere and I'll give you the $100,000. Like, he's like, no, we need something right now. You don't got it. I said, yo, I got jewelry upstairs. Remind you, I don't tell them where I live.
So they never knew where you lived.
They never knew where I lived. I said,
wait. Let's unpack that real quick. So, these guys that you're with, did you move? How did they not know where you live?
They don't know where
so they don't know your new address.
I said,
so you moved after y'all was beefing.
Okay. So listen, I moved there around April. We stopped being connected February. So I said, I got some jewelries back at the house. I don't tell them where I live. While I'm telling them, pleading like, you're sorry, they're driving right to the front of my house. How would they know where I live at? Somebody gave me up. Somebody in that circle with my same gang gave me up. But I'm not thinking of that shit. Fuck that shit, right? I thought about that shit after. Because I'm thinking to myself, like,
are you going to live?
Am I going to live? Right?
Yeah.
So they drive to the front house. They're like, call your baby mom right now.
No, they asked me, who's upstairs? I said, yo, my daughter, my baby mom. They're like, call your baby mom right now. Call her, yo, Sarah, look, don't ask no questions. Just bring down my jewelry. She's like, all right, for what? I said, Sarah, stop fucking asking questions. Bring my jewelry down right now. All right. Hangs up. I stay in the back seat. Harv stays driving. Shah gets out, goes, grabs the jewelry, comes back in the car. They said, yo, once we get the jewelry, we're going to let you out. I said, all right. Like, Sarah, bring down that jewelry. You know what I'm trying to say? They're going to let me out. I didn't tell her that, but in my head, I'm thinking that.
Did you really think they were going to let you out?
I hope. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm like, all right. Once he got in that car with that jewelry and I heard them tires screech, I said, damn, I'm dead. They got the jewelry. They killed me. So they pull off. I said, yo, Harv, you said you was going to let me out? He's like, shut the fuck up, nigga. I'm about to die. You know what I'm trying to say? So I was like, and the whole time they like, where that nigga at? The whole time they asking for Shotty. Shotty's nowhere to be found that whole day. I'm calling him. He not answering. It's July 22nd. Boom. They drive to like a back street behind their house in like Smurf Village. He said, get out the car. I said, I ain't getting out the car. Because I know if I get out the car, you're going to shoot me in my back. They said, if you don't get out the car, I'm going to shoot you right now. So I said, all right, you're going to shoot me regardless. So I put one leg out, and I'm like getting out the car slowly like this, like all right, bro, just chill. Once I reached like this, like both legs like almost out, I said, yo. They said, yo, come in. But I already got both legs out. I'm not like by where you fill up the gas. They like, yo, come here, let me tell you something. I already knew what that meant. When you say, come here, let me tell you something, you about to hit me with a hot one. I just took off. And at this time, I think I'm the fastest kid in the world, so I'm like, run. Like, you know when you switch.
Are you running in zigzags like they tell you?
I'm running straight down the middle of the street, running. All you hear is, stop running, nigga. Stop running. Yo, why you running? I just run.
Is he busting shots right now?
No. I don't think he was trying to. I'm running. He's like, stop running. Like, he opens the door. I stop running. I'm running. I'm going. I hit a left. I hit another left. I see a Uber, like a Uber cab driver. Like, you see the big U on the front, like this 2018, in front of the car. I reach for his back door. I open it. When I open it, I just jump in the back seat and close it. I'm like, drive. Remember, I'm bleeding from my face. I'm bleeding. He don't know if I'm a psychopath trying to. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, please, yo, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'ma die. Like, stop panicking. Like, I'm gonna die. Just please drive. Like, please, just drive. He's like, okay, man, like, get out, just please get out. He's like, please. I'm like, shut the fuck up, like, drive, I'ma die. Why this guy fucking stops right behind the car I just got out of?
Really? That's crazy.
And I'm like, no, please, we at a red light. I said, sir, do not turn your blinkers on. You're gonna make this right. I see Harvin shot, like, I'm looking right at him because I'm in the car right behind him. And I'm trying to think, if they know that I'm in this car and they pull out the guns on the driver, he's going to force me to get out. Like, don't move or we're shooting at you. I was like, please, sir, don't turn on your blinkers. Just make this right. Just make the right. It's okay. When that light turned green and I see them went straight, I said, sir, do not turn. Just go slow. And then when they pass that intersection, make that quick right. They went. He made the quick right. My heart just stopped like that. I said, God. That's you.
I wanted to talk to you about that.
And
But can we stay there? Can we stay in that moment?
Yeah.
Please, this is a big story.
Yeah.
Like what you just said is like nobody knew, right?
Yeah.
So that moment where you said, God, please, what was your conversation with God?
No.
You know how sometimes we get caught up in stuff and we're like, God, I promise I'll never do this ever again. What was your conversation
and
with
I
God?
said, God, that can, like,
yeah.
Remember, this guy beat like 2 murders, like in Kings County, from what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew what type of guy he was, and I knew how I was like a demon, like I built so much love for him. For him to do that, I was just like, there's no loyalty here. You know what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. There's nobody who took care of him like that.
But what was that conversation with God?
My conversation with God was I was beyond grateful because imagine my mom, right, not seeing her son again and saying, what happened? I was just with him this morning. Now, I see him on the news dead on the intersection. With bullet holes all bleeding out, nobody there to help him. What that feels like to a mother. I know my mom's prayers kept me alive that night.
I know that for a fact. And every day I pray to God and I say, yo, God, thank you for keeping me alive. You know how many times I could have died?
Why do you think God? Why do you think God kept you alive?
Because God got a bigger purpose for me. He got a bigger purpose.
Do you know what it is yet?
Listen, and I want to get to God. I really want to get to God because at the end, I'm gonna tell you how many times God saved me throughout this whole jail and snitching. But look, July 22nd, right? I get kidnapped. I know who kidnapped me, right? I know it was Nantre. I said, I sit down with Shadi and I said, yo, where were you? He comes to my, listen, remember the June 16th day, I get locked up, I call my baby mom, like, yo, I need a lawyer. She's like, Shadi gonna take me, Jorge gonna take me to get the lawyer. July 22nd, I get kidnapped. That night that I got kidnapped, I'm in the hospital, Shadi comes and kisses me on my forehead and say, you're gonna be all right. I said, where were you? Because they was not looking, they were looking for you. Where were you? Oh, I was here. I was doing some things. So now I'm looking at the dude funny, like, how they know where I lived at? Only you know, and my baby mom. Great. Next month, right? July 22nd, we in August. I get called to do a tour in Europe. It's like the world domination store. I started in Moscow, and I think I ended in Milan with Philip Klein, Chris Brown fashion show. Remember the dates. June 16th, July 22nd, now we in September. September, I'm on this tour. This is God again. I'm in Milan. I'm supposed to make a flight, right? Back to, so you know, when you're already a flight booked, everything is in the system. It says when you leave Europe and land in JFK. You know what I'm trying to say? It's all system. Why the day I missed my flight, and I'm going to tell you where's God. The day I missed my flight, the feds raided the crib and found that assault rifle, the robbery belongings in the apartment that I was renting.
Who did it belong to?
It wasn't mine. Like, it was Shadi's pistol that ended up in my apartment, and the robbery belongings on April 3rd were in my possession. Right? I'm gonna tell you how that went. I'm coming from like shopping or whatever. I see this girl, and I think this is God. I see this girl in the lobby, bad, like beautiful Joan. So I'm like, yo, what's your name? I see her. She all like, oh, my name is this. Da, da. I'm like, yo, I gotta see. Remember, I know I got a flight, but this girl's so beautiful. I'm like, yo, I'm missing that flight. You know what I'm saying? I'll be home. I'm coming home. I gotta see her tonight. So boom, I go. I see her. We go out to eat. I missed the flight. At 5 o'clock the next day, waking up, I see all over the blogs, Tekashi 6ix9ine apartment raided, assault rifle, pistol. I missed that flight. The feds knew I was coming into New York, wanted to raid the house and then catch me at the airport, lock me up on federal charges. Now learning what happened, I missed that flight because of that girl. I feel like God put her, she was just there in my hotel lobby.
So God was like, I know what you like. Let me see.
Yo, I swear to God, that's how I look at it. So I say, yo, so I'm there like, alright, I'm not going home now. Duh. I call Sarah, like, yo, Sarah, listen, the feds, you gotta come to Europe. I'm at this point, I'm like, where could you not get extradited back to the United States? I'm like, yo, we're going to Dubai.
Wait a minute, back up. You was with your baby mama, so you was cheating?
Yeah, I was cheating. She gave me a fight. No, I'm not going over there. I'm like, Sarah, I'm about to get locked up for a long time. You have to come see me. Like, yo, the baby, I like you. Like, all right, whatever. I'm coming. I go to Dubai. This is when I make the video with all of the money, and I'm like, yo, this don't make me happy. Like, I just feel like I got so much bad energy around me. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the whole time I'm thinking, how did that pistol end up in that house? You know what I'm saying? How, like, somebody's trying to set me up. Like, and I remember, I'm thinking the kidnap situation too. I'm like, how did it?
no, like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm on the internet.
Was this before? Where was this in relation to the interview you did where you said you denounced 9ine? Where did this fall?
This September. When I denounced 9ine, it was November.
November. Okay, so
look,
this
September.
is all happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. Remember,
okay.
The question is still, why did I snitch? June 16th, July 22nd. Now we're in September. September, I'm going through Instagram. I'm just reading comments. All I see is, yo, 6ix9ine is so dumb. If he doesn't know his Treyway is smashing his baby mom, Shotty definitely fucking Sarah. Sarah and Shotty definitely fucking. Yo, 6ix9ine, like just mad, like comments saying, yo, Shotty sleeping with his girl. Shotty sleeping with his girl. You know what that feels as a man? Like, why y'all think that? Am I seeing something that, if y'all seeing something that I'm not, am I bugging? Right? So now I start getting a feeling like, yo, he's always in my house when I'm not there. Right? Like, he wouldn't do this to me. He was, look, so before September, August, I get a call from my mom saying, yo, call Sarah, call your baby mom because they doing so much smoking in the house and I don't want to stay here. Like, who's smoking? Sarah doesn't smoke. She's like, well, Shotty's downstairs smoking. So I'm in Miami. I'm like, I call Shotty and said, why you in my crib? He's like, what you mean? I'm always here. Like, is it a problem? You want me to go? I'm like, yeah, you never come to my crib when I'm not there. Like, that's all you had to say. I'm leaving right now. That's August. I'm in Miami. So now September, I'm starting to get that feeling, but I'm seeing these comments, and I'm like, that wouldn't happen. You don't do that. Brothers don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So Sarah gets to Dubai. I ask her, I say, yo, what's up with all of these comments? You bugging. Like, what you mean what's up with all of these comments? That's your friend. You let him in. What do you mean? So I'm like, yo, Sarah, let me ask you something. You fucking that nigga? She's like, what? I went into a rage. I blacked out. And like you hear during the trial, I beat the shit out of Sarah. I put my hands on her. I said, yo, and the whole time, and God forgive me, the whole time I'm hitting her, I'm like, yo, Sarah, like, you violated? Like, you don't do that. You don't do that in the circle. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, it's all in your head.
Okay, so this is big.
No, this is huge. But let me tell you exactly how, and then we gonna get into.
We gotta go back.
So I'm hitting her. She's like, Danny, you crazy. She's crying. She's like, Danny, you're bugging. Like, it's all in your head. You're going crazy. You're going crazy. Like, this is, the money's getting to you. You're going crazy. I swear to my daughter, like, I swear to God, like, you're going crazy. Like, you don't know. And I'm being the shit out of her. I'm raging. I'm like, yo, Sarah, you fucking lying. Why everybody saying it? It's like, hey, you like, it's all in your head. You're going crazy. It's all in your head. And I kept replaying back and back and back. And then she's like, I swear on the baby, she could die right now. When she said that, I said she wouldn't allow my daughter because I know how much Sarah loves that little girl.
Yeah.
So I stopped. I said, yo, Sarah. I remember I woke up. I said, yo, Sarah.
So you know at this point that she didn't do it.
Look. I'm like, yo, Sarah. At this very time, I'm like, she couldn't done it. She swore. I said, yo, Sarah, I won't ever do that again. I'm sorry. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, yo, Sarah. I think I went to the mall that day, bought her like $70,000 worth of stuff. I said, yo, Sarah.
But we can't go out. Let's go back.
No. But let me finish. I said, I won't ever do that. Like, please, like, long story short, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. I won't ever do that again. I'm losing my mind. I just don't want to lose you, right? She's like, yeah. That's September, right? So we went June 16th, July 22nd. Now it's September, the tour. So I just put my hands on my baby moms because I had a thought that she was sleeping with Shotty, which she completely denied, and I felt so terribly wrong because I said, I just did this to beat it out of her, and I was bugging, like it never happened, you know what I'm trying to say? Because she said it's all, like she swore on the baby it could never happen, you know what I'm saying? So that happened September. Mind you, Shotty didn't come to this tour whatsoever. He didn't come to that tour. He didn't come. He didn't participate the whole time he stood in New York. I said, all right, I'm losing my mind. I flew back to New York. I took a $180,000 jet back from Dubai to New York. When we get to New York, the feds are at the airport and they subpoena my baby mom, Sarah Molina.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they got raided. I got raided in Milan when I was still in Milan. So the feds were waiting at the private thing, but they already knew that blew up, so they didn't want to alert anybody. They subpoenaed my baby moms. Mm-hmm. Fast forward, September. But you want to touch on that topic real quick?
We have to talk about it. You know why? Because, you know,
but we're going to get into domestic violence real quick, but because I'm still answering the question, why did I snitch, right?
Okay.
Fast forward October 22nd. October 22nd. So now we're going month by month. June, July, September, and now we're going to October 26th. October 26th, I'm getting sentenced for my child misconduct case, the child in a sexual performance. I get 4 years probation. The Judge Men says that day, do not get into any police contact and do not involve yourself with Treyway. Do not say Treyway and do not be in gang activity. She says that day when I get sentenced. 20 minutes later, Shotty and Crippy are getting into a fight with the guy, Elliot Grange, who signed me at Philippe's where the shooting happened. Remember? Where Alexis Scott was there with Shotty.
See, because I think I hit you up about that. Mm-hmm. You said you wasn't there.
I wasn't there. I went.
Yeah.
When I saw Shotty acting like the judge just said, do not be in gang. So you don't really love me. You just was in a courtroom. I think he hoped I really went to jail that day because for the judge to say, do not get into any trouble, 20 minutes later, you're fighting to get in a restaurant where you're not invited to. Mm-hmm. A shooting happens. They shoot one of our entourage in the stomach. He's on a shit bag now. Shotty's throwing chairs. Now it's all over the news. Judge just sentenced Tekashi to 4 years probation. 20 minutes later, there's a shooting. You don't really love me. Mm-hmm. You want me to go to jail. So you know what? I gotta leave. I gotta go. Cause now I started seeing like, yo, these guys don't really love me. They want me to go to jail. I can't. I started to start this to myself. I told my probation officer, I said, I gotta leave New York. Cause I need permission. I gotta leave New York. I'm getting into a lot of trouble here. Me, Nikki, and Kanye get on the phone. We're gonna shoot a video in LA. So I said, I gotta go to LA. I left LA.
And this is when the shooting happened, right?
When I go to LA, we're about to shoot a video. I take Rachel, Jade, and her sister with me. This is when I first met them. Mm-hmm. I take them to LA with me, and we're about to shoot a video. They're about to be in the video, and you know, the whole shooting happened at the house. I think one of the vixens that we sent home, because we got them from an agency, were probably upset that we sent them home and gave the location of the video shoot, and the shooting happened at the video shoot.
Who did the shooting?
I don't know. We don't know. Like, it's just a shooting that happened. But I don't want to lose focus, right? Mm-hmm. I leave to LA. I take these girls with me. Shotty ends up coming, right? Mm-hmm. Shotty tries to talk to Jade's sister, right? But she's not giving him no play. She's like, nah, like, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's trying to, like, talk to her. And she's like, nah, I'm not interested. He goes like, yo, I'm about to fly back to New York to go fight this court case, right? And I'm going to be back. Just try to put it in the word for me with Jade's sister, you know, that I'm, you know.
He's trying to get with her sister.
So, long story short, that when he flies back to New York, you know, I'm checking up on my baby mom. So I call Sarah. I'm like, yo, Sarah. Like, no, I call her. She not answering the whole day. Like, that's not like Sarah. So I call her. I'm like, yo, Sarah, where you at? She's like, I was sleeping. Like, all right, where's the baby? She's like, at my mom's house. Said, all right. So where you at? You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, I'm at the house. Why you not with the baby? We get into a fight, right? I hang up. I call Shotty. He don't answer me. Shotty then calls me a couple hours later, say, yo, I'm coming back. I'm good. I'm good. Like, the case went, alright. He's like, yo, the girls are still there. Mind you, Jade and her sister are about to leave, but I'm not telling him that because I really want him to come. This is where it gets where I knew it's over. Mm-hmm. Shotty's on his way back. Jade is like, yo, I gotta go because I got my daughter. Right? So, but I'm not gonna tell Shotty that. I'm not gonna tell Shotty that. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I want him to come. Mm-hmm. So he's like, yo, the girls still there? I'm like, yeah, they're here. But I know they're already on a flight back to New York. Mm-hmm. Long story short, Shotty lands. He's like, yo, and now I'm feeling funny because I'm calling my baby mom. She not answering, and I already got that in the back of my head.
Here's the only question that I have, right? So at this point, you and Shotty has already tried to kidnap you.
No. Shotty didn't kidnap me.
I mean, he's not Shotty.
He's doing a lot of
I'm sorry,
shit.
I'm getting them mixed up. But Shotty is suspicious at this point because you think he might have did
he's not doing nothing, like, you know what I'm saying.
So, but you got him around, but you just don't know.
Remember, since June 16th, he started being distant. Mm-hmm. Shotty gets back to LA. Where's the girls at? I'm like, yo, bro, I gotta put you on. I'm lying to him at this point. I'm like, yo, me and Jade got into a fight. He's like, what happened? I'm like, yo, look. I fronted like I'm calling Jade, and then when it's going straight to voicemail, I'm like, yo, she blocked my number, bro. And he's like, word, what happened? So I lied to him. Mm-hmm. I said, yo, let me use your phone. Let me see if she answers. I called Jade's number. I put it on speaker so he could hear the phone ring. When he hears the phone ring, I walk out because now I'm about to get into a deep conversation with Jade to front like, why'd you block my number? But the whole time I just wanted his phone to go through his phone.
Okay.
When I go to the other room, I swipe up, I go to the text messages, and I put Sarah, my baby mom's number in. First message I see.
Wow.
Why'd you hang up on me? Call me after you done running. You still with that bitch? Yo, like, call me back. Mad messages like, oh, they fucking with each other. And this is my baby mom's number. I just see the message like, call me after you done running, call me back, yo, you with that girl, da-da-da-da. Where's Danny, da-da-da-da. You know where my heart fell? You my right hand man, homie. Like, you're my best friend. Like you really my best friend. Like, you. And at that moment, I'm just like, the man right in the other room is sleeping with my girl, and he swear he my brother. So I go, you know, you gotta give the phone back. So I swiped up. And I deleted like all the shit, like all of the pages that I was looking at. So in case he goes, he's like, yo, he was in my text messages. So I'm like, I give him back his phone, and I'm looking at him. He's smiling in my face. That shit crushed me. He's like, what happened? She ain't answer? I'm like, nah, she ain't answer. Gave him the phone back. I'm like, yo, I gotta go back to New York. He like, alright, where you wanna go? I say, book a flight right now. Alright. The whole time my heart racing, I called Jade. I'm like, yo, Jade, is there anybody in my circle right now that you seem funny? Like, she's like, no, why you asking me that? I said, yo, Jay, just answer the question. She's like, if you really want me to, when we, like, Shotty, like, he looked like he envy you. I said, what you mean? Like, you know, now she got me, I'm like, what you mean? Like, there's something that I'm not seeing that everybody's seeing. What do you see? She's like, I don't know, like, he's jealous of you. I said, why you say that? She's like, I don't know, I just feel that way. I said, yo, I'm coming back to New York. I hung up on her. He gets back in the car, we in the gas station fuel and go to the airport. Like, my stomach hurt, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even know how to go about it. This nigga got a gun on his lap, like, he's just like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm just looking at him like, this is crazy. Like, something that she made me feel crazy for. Like, it's all in your head, it's all in your head. I swear to my daughter, like, and I knew when I was beating her, I said, yo, I'm bugging. Like, no, you know what I'm trying to say? This is all fake. And when you really love somebody, you in denial. You're like, nah, I still don't believe it. You know what I'm trying to say? So I said, all right. So we get back to New York. Well, no, on the plane, I'm sleeping. And I wake up and I open, and why is Shotty recording me sleeping?
So he's standing on.
No, we in first class. We in first class. I'm like this. I wake up and I see him, and he's recording me sleeping.
Mm. And
then he's like he goes back. He's like, yo, you was gone. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm like, all right. At this point, my heart just, I'm getting like a depressing feeling. So we land in New York. We get in the car. If things couldn't get any worse, you know what Shotty tells me before I pull off to the house and he's going a separate way? He's like, yo, if you don't really feel like you want to be with Sarah no more, yo, for y'all to stop fighting, why don't you just get her own apartment with the baby?
Mm. What made you be quiet for? What made you? Because you said you got on a plane. Like, why didn't you?
I wanted to go home. I wanted like. I just needed to see her and really. You made me feel like I was crazy. Like you made me feel like you said you're solely at. So I had to go home. I had to look at her face and ask her like, yo, you fuck, like I was enraged. Like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I was bugging. So he said, yo, just get her own apartment. I said, all right, man. Like, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna call you. Shut the door. I said, Sam, drive to the fucking house and drive on the grass. I don't give a fuck. Get me to the house. When I get to the house, she's there with her mother and her father, so I don't bring it up, right? Because it's embarrassing. I don't want to bring that up. I call Jade. I like, yo, Jade, what you doing? She like, nothing. I said, yo, I'm going to come see you. She's like, all right, come. So me and Jade go out that night, but the whole time, I'm just trying to, like, get that out of my head. And Jade was there. Like, that's, I could never, if me and Jay never belonged together, like me and her could break up and me and her could go separate ways, but I will always have respect for that girl. Because she stepped up when nobody would. Through the snitching, through all of this controversy, she stood there. Whether she do what she do, whether she did what she did, that don't matter to me. Just be true with me. Mm-hmm. I'm saying, I need somebody to play that part, and she played it. We go out that night. I said, yo, I'm going to take you home. I'm going back home. Because I got to finish this address with Sarah. I drive back after we go to the club. I drop Jade off. I go back home. I sleep on the couch because I don't even want to go upstairs. My stomach hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sarah wakes me up banging the phone on my head. Where you was at? I'm like, Sarah, I'm the wrong person to do that to right now. Hey, wake up. Where you was at? Where you was at? I said, yo, Sarah, let me see your phone. She's like, what do you want to see my phone? Let me see your phone. I said, here, have my phone. Where's your phone? She gives me her phone. I go to the messages. Why every message is there but the flirting messages? So she's individually deleting them and leaving like the where's Danny to make it seem like it's just natural conversations. Yeah. I punched her in her mouth. Boom, hit her. Said, get all your shit, get the fuck out.
You know that's hard for me to hear.
I know that. But I gotta be truth. If I lie to you, I'm not being real with you. You know what I'm saying? I have to tell you this because you have to know the stories detail by detail. Because then I'll be here, oh, but he left this out. Oh, say how you did this, but why you not saying you did that? I have to be real. Like, I'm going through every text message, I have to tell you the truth. Because if not, like, oh, he's trying to make himself look good.
But let me ask you really quickly, how many times? Because you know,
me and Sarah had a physical.
So y'all had an abuse.
Yeah, like she's heavy-handed. She's bigger than me. Not we the same height, but she's a heavy set girl. Like me and her, and not to make it justifiable, but me and her were always getting to hand fights. Like me and Sarah.
So y'all had an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Because I know that abuse, you don't just knock somebody out.
And her mother say it all the time. Like, I know my daughter's in the wrong because she loved to play with her hands and
So if there are women that say I don't like Tekashi and I never will because he abuses women,
and I can't tell them to change their mind. I gotta respect it and say, listen, I'm sorry. And if you don't like me and it bothers me, but I'd rather
you be true to yourself than me changing my. Say no, I'm this perfect angel. No, I committed wrongs. I'm wrong. There's no justifying it.
Is she the only woman that you had an abusive relationship?
Yeah, because I was with her since I was like 15. Right. You know what I'm trying to say? Okay. So long story short, I said, get the fuck out. She leaves. Remember, I'm such a simp that I still in my head like, nah, she didn't really do it. She didn't do it because it didn't talk about sex. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to justify that she didn't do it while I'm seeing all these text messages. I call her back. Now I get an apartment with Jade. I move in with Jade. Like I just met Jade and I just moved in with her. Like I said, yo, let's get a crib.
How long have you known her at this point?
At this point, like 5 days. Like
5 days.
Like 5 days. I go out of an apartment. I bought furniture. I bought TVs.
So you move fast. You move fast.
Yeah, I said, bring your daughter. Like yo, like I just started a whole different family. Like yo, I was bugging. I was like, yo, get your kid.
So where's your daughter and where's your relationship with her and Sarah at this point?
No, hold on. We're gonna skip right now. Hold on. So I'm like, all right, get a crib. I call Sarah. Sarah's like, yeah, like, yo, you living with that girl now? Like, yo, I just gotta clear my mind, yo. Why? And she like, yo, Danny, you're bugging. Like, but I'm not telling her what I saw. Mm-hmm. Cause she's gonna deny it. Right. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm just like, yo, Sarah, look, you lying. You know what I'm saying? And me, Sarah, her baby, I'm like, yo, tell her that you talking to Shotty. She's like, you're bugging. What are you talking about? Like, I'm not talking to Shotty. Like, what are you talking about? Da-da-da. I'm like, yo, Sarah, da-da-da. Like, it just got into a mess. So now we're going. I'm still accusing her. She's denying it, which is making me feel good because it's like, you're not admitting it because it's not true. I didn't want to believe it was true. So I'm like, she's denying it. Thank you. Because it makes me feel good. Like, yo, you wouldn't do that to me.
So what made you so mad? Is it because it was with Shotty? Because you both were cheating on each other.
Yo.
Of course, it's betrayal, but I'm saying...
Imagine your husband sleeping with your sister or your best friend.
Right. It's more...
It hurts because it's like, yo, why don't you cheat with a guy from Connecticut? Why don't you cheat with a guy from Texas? Cheat with them.
But you are... As you're saying, you're not justifying...
I don't want to know.
You're not justifying that she did it.
It don't hurt if you don't know.
But you're saying it didn't justify the consequence that you gave her.
What do you mean?
You're not saying that Sarah's... You understand that Sarah's cheating with Shotty if that's what happened.
It's the way I handled the situation. Mm-hmm. So, long story short, that's like a Wednesday. That Friday, now let's get close. That Friday, I go to the Breakfast Club, right? Because after I saw those messages, I said, fuck all them dirty bloods. I got no crew. This is November 15th. I'm not non-trained no more. I fired everybody, nobody in my camp because now I have an idea of what's going on. November 15th. After that Breakfast Club interview, before I fired everybody, I think it's dated right here, look.
Yeah, you came to the interview saying that you were done, you denounced him.
Watch It All Crumble November 15th of 2018. I made a video saying I fired everybody. That's a Thursday. I said, watch it all crumble. Everybody in my team. I got no manager, I got no booking agent, no PR, no public. I don't got no. It's dated November 18th. November 15th of 2018. November 15th, 2018, I fired everybody. That was on a Thursday. The very next morning, November 16th, I went on Breakfast Club and said I denounced being non-trade. I'm not non-trade. Yeah. Fuck all them dirty bloods. Remember. The night of November 15th, I get a call from Intel. And this is how I found out Shotty was really sleeping with Sarah. The Fed said, yo, we just intercepted a wiretap and we know that Shotty and Sarah are fucking. I hear from a federal agent. That's November 16th. Now my heart is shattered. I go that night to Sarah's house with her mother and father there. I said, yo, we just got called from the feds. And the Fed said that you fucking shot it in front of her mom and her dad. She rushes out the living room. Goes to her room and starts crying. Just how me and you sitting, she's sitting on her bed. I'm sitting on the chair. I grab her hands just like this. I'm like, yo, Sarah, we're with each other for 7 years. I love you, and that's never gonna change. Don't embarrass me. The feds are running down on us, and this is about to be plastered everywhere. You're gonna embarrass me when everybody knows this. Give me a chance to clean this up. It's embarrassing. I said, Sarah, please. And she's crying. Like, you can see her face is just covered in water. And I kissed her at that. Like, me and her kissed. And I said, Sarah, nothing's going to change. She's like, nothing's ever going to be the same. Please. Like, nothing's ever going to be. I said, Sarah, trust me. Like, if you did it, just let me know. At that very moment, Sarah looked at me and said, did it happen? Yes or no? If you don't want to say yes, just shake your head. And she shook her head yes. She shook her head yes, and I said, yo, nothing's gonna change. I'm gonna get us through this.
Were you being serious?
No, I was lying. But I needed that closure. So I'm like, I said, get in the car. She like, nah. Like, you gonna pop on me. I said, Sarah, get in the car. She gets in the car. I said, Sarah, when? Why? How? I said, how many times? I'm sick. I said, how many times? She said, a handful. I said, what's a handful? She said, a lot of times. I said, where? In the house? I said, yeah, in the house. I said, where else? I said, in his house. I said, when did it start? She said, yo. She said, remember that time you called me from jail and said you needed a lawyer? June 16th?
I'm sorry, y'all.
I swear to God. And I called her. She said, Shadi took me to get the lawyer. After we went to the lawyer, he took me to a spa downtown Manhattan. And at the spa, they went to get massages. And this guy's a fucking greaseball. He took her to go get a massage and like forced himself on her. And not to say that only he's wrong, but she should have knew, like, yo, chill. You my baby father's man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said, remember that day, June 16th. Then July 22nd. Then September. Then October. And now we in November. So she's telling me about the spa. I'm just like, yo, I don't want to hear it no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm going to drop you off with your mother. And she's like, you won't call me though, right? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yo, this is going to be everywhere because the Fed confirmed it for me. So I'm like, delete your Instagram. She's like, all right. She's trying to hold on to me at this point. She deletes her Instagram, and I drop off her mom, and I go back to Jade, and I'm like, she's like, what's going on? I don't tell Jade because I'm embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? That's embarrassing. So she's like, what's wrong? You look. I'm like, nothing. That's November 16th. The very next day, November 17th. November 17th, I'm in a sneaker store. The feds grab me. They're like, yo, you have to come with us. I'm like, who are you? I'm like, yo, you have to come with us. They tell me they're the feds. At this point, I'm snitch ready. You know what I'm trying to say? So a lot of people don't know this. I was snitching before I got locked up. But it wasn't official till I got locked up because I had to sign papers.
So this is, you about to tell us when it started, the snitching?
Yeah.
Okay.
So November 17th, I'm in the interrogation room with the feds, and they like, yo, they heard the wiretap saying super duper violate him with Jim Jones, Mel Murder, and Shadi. Like, yo, if you see him, shoot the security guards. They can't shoot back. They don't got license to shoot back. So the feds are asking me, who would hurt you? And I'm like, why? But they're not telling me about the wiretap yet. They're like, yo, this, that, and the third. Yo, listen, we want to give you protection. I said, listen, I will cooperate with y'all. Like, I'm ready to snitch, but I can't be seen with no feds. I got an album coming out. So they're like, all right, so you're denying the protection? I'm like, yeah, but any information y'all need, I could give y'all because they're ready to kill me. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, all right, you free to go. This November 17th. I leave. I said, what you mean what show?
It said we paid you $160,000 or $180,000 for this show.
I remember that they were taking money on behalf of you.
I said $160,000, $180,000. You only sent me $60,000. They said what? We sent Cafano, Jordan, Shoddy $160,000, $80,000. I said, yo, I already knew. Like I'm in too deep. 6 o'clock, me and Jade already, after the meeting with the booking agents, I'm like, yo, I found out they stealing money. I found out all this shit. I'm like, yo, let's go to this show with NUL in Connecticut. As we're pulling out the driveway, the feds just took us down, took the whole gang down, non-Trey. And then...
And again, did you have another conversation with God at that point?
As soon as I got locked up, I kid you not, I felt a relief, like it's over. It's over. I felt better. Like, I felt like, yes, it's over. Because I was ready to die. They were ready to kill me. The day I
feel like a lot of people felt like you got saved by going to jail.
Yeah, I got saved. The Fed saved me because at that time everything was released that Shoddy was on a wiretap trying to violate me that night. So you know. So you
would say your time in jail was a blessing.
It was like a relief, like clean start. Like God.
You weren't afraid of the people in jail?
No, fuck no. Like I was going to jail.
I'm like, I don't know how many people say something. He's talking about you going to jail. That's where the real murder is at.
I was in a jail full of snitches, full of rats.
So you? Because I was wondering, you had cellmates. You said you had like 5.
Yeah, but they
in the pod.
They all snitches too. They ain't trying to fuck up whatever they got going on with the government. So, long story short, God used me going to jail to clean my whole circle. It was God cut my grass so I could see the snakes in it. And
did he? Okay, let's get into this because this is what I wanted to ask you.
But again, to answer your question, I know it was a long answer. That's what made me snitch.
So I mean, now that we are towards the end of this very long interview, do you feel like you got to say what you wanted to say?
I feel like the people need to know. They didn't know really the details of the thing. You know what I'm trying to say? They didn't know what happened and they didn't know how it played out. And I hope I explained it the best way I could. But, you know, I just enjoyed, you know what I'm saying, having a conversation with you.
I feel like it was a cool conversation because, you know, I don't demonize you. You get what I'm saying? At the same time, I could hold you accountable. And we've talked about that. Like, do I like the domestic violence? No. But I want to know, what's the future of your career in the next 5 years? What do you see for yourself?
I haven't looked that far yet. But I wanna stay on top. Like I will hope to stay on top.
So you want to continue rapping for the rest of your career?
Like I'm not getting no help, right? And the album's out. Like before we end it, the album's out. Tattletales.
Where is it predicted to land?
Number one.
Remember,
I'm going against Big Sean. Big Sean got
Detroit,
Nipsey Hussle, Eminem, Post Malone, Erykah Badu. He has everybody. I'm competing by myself with all of those people, and I'm still projected to debut number one. So it's just been a tough battle. Like I've been battling with myself, battling the industry, battling everybody. But it's like an adventure that nobody goes through. Now I get to tell that story. Like I did that. You know what I'm saying?
As far as you feeling invincible, you doing all that.
I just feel like I'm the realest person now. I just love facts. That's the thing about me. Yo, 6ix9ine, you did domestic violence. Yeah, that's true. Yo, 6ix9ine, you was involved with a underage girl.
Which you deny, right? As far as you deny that it was.
What?
I mean, well, you're.
No, I was there.
But you don't.
There was no sexual contact though.
That's what I'm saying. You're denying that it was.
No, I didn't deny. It was facts. Like there was no sexual contact. All I got was being in the video. You know what I'm saying? But that's responsibility. I shouldn't have been there. You know what I'm saying? But everything like your 6ix9ine, you did snitched. Yeah, I did that.
So this is gonna be my last question for you. Coming out of jail, right? You said you talked to God. What was it that you were determined to do different in your life, period, moving forward to honor God? And all the times He saved you.
I feel like God wants me to help the less fortunate. Like, yo, you know how much you want to talk about Jade? You want to talk about trolling money? You know how much money I give out to just
people.
How much?
I mean, you tell me how much. I passed out $100 bills for my entire career.
So you think God has you in position to be
God just makes me
fortunate to give to others?
Yeah, like remember, I didn't have to like I tell this to Jay all the time. I say, yo, $10,000 lot. She be like, yo, give me $10. I'm going to. My $10,000 is a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I be giving out $200,000 to foundations that don't even want to take it.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like if God gave me money, it's not for me and my family. It's to help people in need. Like me,
which we have seen that you're very focused.
I'm a very like one thing I love more than kids is animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
I try to help like people in need. You know what I'm trying to say? And whatever I could do to help them, I feel like God put me in a position to help those people. So I try.
And do you feel like he? And I'm asking you this because I can relate to you in the sense of people saying, "Oh, well, you talk to God, so what did he say? Did he say, can you love God, right, and then have a platform like mine?" I think I can, obviously, because I have a news platform. It's a media platform. But I'm gonna ask you, can you love God and be 6ix9ine? All of who 6ix9ine is. Can you honor God? Because you're talking about loyalty, honor, and all of that. Do you feel? And I'm not judging you one way or the next. I just want to know. I want to ask you: do you feel like you do, or do you feel conflicted?
I feel like it's hard, but I feel like I feel like I'm trying to reach a certain stage where like God uses me as a tool to convert the masses. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like when I reach that certain point where rap is no longer it, there's people out there who's lost. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm very passionate when I speak. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like God is going to use me as a tool one day. Because what they see is the tattoos, the rainbow hair. You know what I'm saying? They see that and just is like gravitating. But I feel like that's all a fucking gimmick to grab your attention. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Like I see Cat Williams talk about some real shit, right? About politics and all this stuff. But he wore the rainbow wig. But he knew that would grab the people's attention. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But so, thank you for the interview.
My hand broken, but...
Wait, why'd you break your hand? I want
I
to
hit
know.
it on the banister.
So you didn't get in a fight or nothing?
No, I didn't
okay, that's
get
what
in a
everybody
fight,
said. All right.
I can't fight.
Yeah.
I really can't fight.
Well, this was good. This was good.
Alright. Yo, so that's a wrap.
It's a wrap.